dreaming. And it's a lesson in itself how my son can call me dad when I miss the parents' evenings. The leg, I'm still breathing. Every other shot I feel my inside bleeding. Granddad turning in his grave, but I promise that I'll be there for my grand when she's grieving. I used to be a man of my word. Now time seems to have got the best of my sentence.
Basically, the split screen, yeah, that idea, like we had several ideas, yeah, and there was split screen ideas and like flashbacks and stuff, yeah, but there wasn't actually a consensus, basically, of everybody agreeing on what to do, and like I didn't realize that they actually agreed on that idea that I gave them in the first place about the split screen. So I did something else, like because it was R1's illustration and it would take too long, like I can't explain it, like to implement those ideas of the split screen basically. So I did something else as the animatic, and that's like off.
So what is going to be the idea? Is it going to be a combination of both things, or because I can see quite easily how you could cross dissolve from the real time in the park or outside the church to the past. So that's something that can easily be included in this, or by doing it by split scripts. Or if you think of Tupac visual kind of an influence, he uses sepia. Did you notice? So he changes the colour, coloration, the colour palette. Okay. All right. So it's not because I'm just clear and confused, which I can be sometimes, but it's because it is a bit different. Is that right? Okay. All right. Either ideas will work, but what you've got to do now is, as a group, you need to decide. You need to finalise, because remember we need to see drafting, and I've got that drafting is something as a group you've got to work on because there's only one example, and in fact that's the case with quite a few of you actually. Okay. So it's fine. Just reflect back on this, and then just do an updated version that reflects whatever it is you decide to do before you go and film, and then just let me see that. So that can be your task for when we finish the pictures. That's what I get some permission from Middleton Square, and just firm this up as well. Okay. But in terms of the idea and the structure, it's all very clear. It all works. It would work visually. The only other thing I'd say, which I'd say to your group as well, and I forgot to say it, is you could cut more to the beat. Okay? So you know right at the end before it comes into the bridge it goes da 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 da. Did you notice?
It would be more similar to the actual artist's video. Because this one cuts to the beat like every time. Basically.
Yeah, that's what they do. Similar. So it's not that it would be the same, it's just doing what Vinalis says, and is cutting the cut and the visual matches the sound. But it wouldn't look the same because you've got a completely different idea. But just bear that in mind when it comes to the editing, that you might need to just cut in a tiny bit more. And the same for this group here as well, you need to cut in a little bit more some of the shots. Okay? Alright, it works like that. So I think, just get a consensus between you. Okay, so production schedule.
It's like
where you're going.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Whitney?
What's the significance of the 3 locations?
For forgiveness.
Kevin, phone away, please. So you've got three locations. Do they, Whitney, is what you're asking, do the locations kind of emphasise any kind of message or value within the lyric? Okay. So why have you chosen your locations?
Well, the song's about forgiveness, so that's why we chose the church in the first place.
Okay, so the locations reflect the idea of forgiveness?
Yeah, because it matched the lyrics and everything. And
we actually had this one other.
And then generally we just have like decent shots like in those locations because they're like quite decent locations basically. And they're low cost or like if not anything.
yeah.
So is that what you mean, how it reflects the lyrics of the song, or do you mean how they using them to structure?
Not both ways.
Which way do you want it to go?
Where you want it to go.
You were questioning me. Okay, so I suppose as well you kind of saying the church represents forgiveness and the park as a public place maybe represents the bad
Freedom.
past that you had in the public, or freedom. Yeah, maybe that's one thing. So in terms of structuring, should we go with the other one? Yeah. So in terms of structuring the song, how are you using the locations to structure?
Can we just open up our other PowerPoint so we can answer the question?
Of course you can.
John, that is really easy. No, like each verse, like the first verse will be around the church. I mean, will be at the park. The second verse will be around the church, and the chorus will be in the garage, which we'll get to next.
So there's two verses, a chorus and a bridge, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Then the garage will.
It's a good question to ask. And it shows that you've actually done even more work around that, so you have thought of it already. Okay. Alright, well done. Any other questions?
Yeah, same person, same person.
Really?
Who's your wider audience and like what's your target audience age? Yeah. I swear it's my last one.
Hey, that's the purpose of it. So target audience.
Which was the guy?
So our target audience are young males who have probably gone off on the wrong track during their teenage years and like are looking to go to the right path. So they're starting off by like looking to
Something peace.
faith, like for peace and
Yeah.
like
So I think what we did say is what age
yeah,
group.
so age group like young,
Nine,
I
20 from there. 20.
from like 18 to
Yeah.
about 25 because that's when we found that most people
Statistically,
start,
yeah.
How did you find that?
Researched it again on
yeah.
And what kind of age group would listen to Reg 32 or Reg 32?
Teens.
Teenagers. So does that support a similar market then, do you think? A similar audience?
It will sort of because we found that.
Okay, so your core audience then is male. What age?
18 to 25.
Yeah.
15 to like 25%.
And then you have a wider audience which might be
Yeah.
different age range.
Because
Yeah.
we found like a wide range of people listen to Reg 32. It's not like a specific age group, but it is mainly teens.
Does that answer your question?
Any more questions?
Any others? You sure anybody else got any questions? Right, okay. Okay, I asked that one. I'll just double check. That one. Yes. Now. And I asked about that one. Okay, great. That's everything for me. A round of applause. Thank you. That's quite like you for that. There's just one thing that I'd like you to do, which is what?
Finalize.
Animatic.
Yeah, finalise those ideas, especially if you're going to be filming on Tuesday or Monday. Yeah, so you just need to finalise those, make any changes, and then upload them. And then that's evidence of drafting as well, which is what we like to see. So it's not a bad thing; it's a good thing. Okay, it shows how your ideas develop. All right. Okay, so well done. So we've got 5 minutes till